I wanted 2024 to be my year where I actually take action, where I actually start doing things and not just listing things, because I find that I get stuck in the strategy phase and in the planning phase, and so I just needed to take action. This is my big push of just getting it done. I also created a little workbook so you guys could follow along if you wanted to, fill it in, check things off, just whatever helps to spark the desire to also get things decluttered out of your home, because I know I'm not alone here. Hey friends, Jerry from July of 2025 here. I just wanted to quickly introduce this video because this is the first time I've done this format. I am combining all 7 of my decluttering videos from December into one video, into one nice long marathon video. So this is my decluttering challenge that I did in December, where I tried to find 1,001 things in my home to declutter, and I've lightly edited it, so it's not exactly the same, but it's basically the same, has the same voiceover and everything like that. I've seen other creators do this before, and I just think it's a great opportunity for you if you're cleaning your house and stuff to have just one video on. You don't have to pick another one, right? So whether you're here for motivation or some cozy background while you clean, or maybe just a little company while you sort through your own stuff, I hope this brings you some momentum. You're going to see real life messes, you're going to see some trials and some triumphs. In this decluttering series, my house went from out of control to I think I got this. It's not perfect, but I did feel like I had a little bit more of a handle on things. It was muchly needed right before the holidays. Feel free to skip around using the chapters or just let it play all the way through. I'm so happy you're here, and I will see you on the other side. All right, so now we're gonna get on to the areas that I'm gonna be decluttering. So the first video is gonna be all of my existing donations, recycling, trash, that kind of stuff that I already have around my house that is just an easy go. It's a great place to start, you guys, because you've already decided that you can get rid of those things, so you can release them that much easier, and it just starts you off with a little bit of a bang, because then you can be like, I got rid of 200 things today because I already had some things in donations. I had some things that I was going to be recycling that I just hadn't gotten around to yet, and it's just a great way to start. The second video is going to be for decluttering kitchen things and decluttering bathroom things. We have 3 bathrooms in our home. I'm going to be going through each of the bathrooms and trying to utilize these tips and these list of items in each of the bathrooms and trying to get rid of as much stuff as I can. It'll probably be a smaller load of things because I'm not looking at getting rid of hundreds of things from the bathroom or kitchen. It's going to be just, 5 or 6 here and 1 or 2 there kind of thing. The third video is going to be kind of my odd spaces. The outside, the living room, the family room, the garage, anything for pets. But these are spaces that sometimes they just have things living. We have stuff under our back deck that we need to get rid of that has been down there forever. Not forever, because we only lived here for like 10 years, but for 10 years. The fourth video is going to be about bedrooms and clothing. So I'm going to go through all of our bedrooms. There's 6 of us that live here in this home. So we're going to go through all of our bedrooms, all of our clothes, and just try and get rid of also outerwear, shoes, those kind of things. So like also the mudroom, I guess, would be included in that. So bedroom, clothing, mudroom, anything to do with bodies or sleeping. The 5th video is going to be the office stuff, electronics and tech, and anything else that's kind of miscellaneous, craft things, lots of that kind of stuff. And then the last video is going to be digital. So it's going to be like digital photos and emails, documents, apps, all that kind of jazz. Then we get to count those stuff. That'll just help boost us past the number of things that we said we were going to declutter, the things that we were going to declutter, so that we actually reach our goals. This is the decluttering challenge, video number 1, hosted by Jerry Hagee. Welcome friends, we are in the office. This is where my donations have come to land over the last few weeks, and they need to go. Today's challenge is to get rid of the existing donations, as well as like recycling and the dead batteries from the video when I did my junk drawer. So if you'd like to donate. If you would like to declutter with me, some of it will go to donations, some of it's going to the trash, some of it just needs to be rehomed. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but most of this stuff is donations and or trash. This bag is full of trash. So just need to get it out of here. Let's do this. Okay, so that was my oldest son's clothes. He went through them this morning and picked out the things that he was ready to get rid of. And he had 50 items. I threw some away in this big garbage can, some old socks, ripped, torn things. And then I put the rest into the donation bag. You did see me pulling some out for my younger son. Not a lot, but like some of the things that I knew that would fit, that he might want to wear. If he doesn't wear them, then I'll donate them at that time. But for now, I'm just trying to save myself money in the future. So I am going to put some of them away. So before I go any further, I need to go through these gift bags. They got knocked down. Some of them got squished. So I'm going to be throwing away some, and I'm counting that. If you guys were around a little earlier this month, I cleaned out my cleaning closet, and in it I found this bag of like sheets and little towels and things that I didn't even know was in there. So I am donating this stuff and getting rid of it. So it's going to go in this donation bag as well. Woohoo! And then this bag is the shoes that I'm donating that I just got out of my mudroom. I just cleaned my mudroom as well. I'll link that video. And I just wanted to count the shoes in it so that I knew for my tracking how many I had in here. So I am just pulling them all out so that I can see what I have, and then I'm putting them back in so that I can count them. This video is like the ghost of Christmas past. Okay, this box is from when I cleaned my daughter's room. I'll also link to that video. And this is all the craft supplies that she had in her room. So I am just cleaning out this box. There was just a few things. First of all, I wanted the box so that I could use it for donations, because having a cardboard box is nice. You can just take it there and leave it with them. And so that is what I wanted. So I'm moving the stuff that we're keeping into this plastic container, and I am going to use this cardboard box for donations. So I'm just picking out the pencils and things that I know I'm just going to throw these away so I can count them as well. And then I have these cleaning products that came from my cleaning closet, and I actually end up throwing them away because I was going to donate them, but then they were like, no, we don't take those, which I don't blame them because they're just partially used cleaning products and you have to have like the right things to do them. Anyways, so I ended up throwing them away, but I put them in this box so that I can take them out of my house. Oh, there was also light bulbs, just random light bulbs that I'd never used or that we'd like bought on accident. So there's some of those. And then in this bag was jewelry from when I cleaned my daughter's room. Just some little jewelry items that she had gotten from like great grandmas and stuff that she was not going to wear, she decided. Or they were just like a single piece, or they were broken. Now these items were previously living here in the office on my shelves and stuff, and I went through like all the books and stuff. One time I had purchased like all of these like learning books for the kids and everything, and they just sat on my shelves and I never used them. Or if I did, it was only like the first 2 pages. And so I was like, I am getting rid of these. I also have that little speaker in that red box. It is like for a regular auxiliary cable, so I didn't want to keep it around anymore. I didn't need it. And then a million little cables and things, because that is just little stuff that just seems to add up around the house, right? This is a button making box, like, you know, you can make your own pin-on buttons. So I was like, we haven't touched that in years, so that's gonna go away. And then the chalkboard thing is for handwriting without tears, I think is what it's called. And I had bought like the full system when my oldest was little, and like I said, we used some of it, but not very much.
So here's the current status of the donations. We've got 2 boxes, 2 bags, a large picture, and then inside the office here, I have got a large trash bag, which was already half full of things. I'm just filling it to the top so we can throw it away. And then this box here.
Okay, I think we're doing really good. And this box, if you'll remember, the last time I cleaned my office, I had 2 boxes. One was for donation. That's the one that I took out of here that had all the books and stuff in it. And then this one was, I was going to quarantine and keep for a few months, which I ended up keeping both of them for a few months, but let's not talk about that. I'm going to work on getting my donations out of the house faster. But anyways, it has November 20th on it. Today is actually November 16th when I'm filming this. And so I technically have 4 more days that I could hang on to these things if I want to. But I think most of them I'm going to be tossing. There's just some things, you guys, that are like, okay, these stupid little gum packs. Like, it's like a nice hard plastic thing. And I'm like, oh, we could use these for something, you know? Like a little first aid kit. It's so hard for me to just throw them out because I do feel like they are useful in some way. I know that you guys struggle with some of these things too. That's why I'm sharing this. It's ridiculous because they are literal garbage and I have a whole stack of them. Let's count them. There's 10 of them. I could use them for my youth group. This is why I've been hanging on to them. I want to make like something out of them, a little first aid kit or something. Okay, here's a cute idea for a young woman. I'm going to hang on to these things till after Christmas. You guys can call me ridiculous all you want, but that is what it is. These guys are actual garbage. My youngest was like playing with them like a toy, but we have enough toys. I don't need them. So those are garbage. This is actual technology that still would work. A phone case. Glow sticks that I think have been used. So I think they're garbage. This is a plug for a computer. These I was going to take to work. I still need to do that. Okay, taking those to work. This is a nice empty container. I'm not getting rid of this. I'm going to put this up here. Because I use them like in my junk drawer cleaning. I put my batteries in them. A little cord, that's garbage. Okay, and then I've got 6 of these little jars, which I was also keeping for my youth group, but I'm going to let these go. And then a nice box to put things in, so that's good. Okay, the rest of this is a hard drive for a computer. I need to dispose of this in the proper way. So it's garbage, but I can't just throw it away. This is another cute little case, but this one isn't as practical for like a lunchbox kind of thing. Put that in there. More cables. I don't know what that one's for. Here's an old phone. I also need to dispose of this, but in the proper way. And a few more old phones, along with a phone battery. Those things need to be gone. This I think is just an empty box. I just liked it because it's a nice size box, which since Christmas is coming, I might keep it just to put like a present in because it's nice to have a box to wrap stuff in sometimes, especially odd shaped stuff. So I think I might keep that guy and this little guy just for Christmas. And then after Christmas, I can get rid of them. This guy can go in the garbage, I think. Okay, there we go. All right.
And here's the little box of things that I'm getting rid of, some cords and that router and stuff. And this is the box I'm going to start working on. Now this box came out of the cabinet that was in my kitchen. It was kind of like a junk drawer, kind of just like catch-all for things that had gotten put on the island and then just shoved into the cabinet so we could clean the island off kind of stuff. So this is a mix of cords, lots of cords here. And many of them like are just not working and I just need to get rid of. And then some school stuff and papers and pencils and craft, those kind of things. So I'm just going to pull all this out and then I can go through it a little bit better. I've got some notebooks. And I don't know about you guys, but yeah, tracking school supplies is just like something else. So here's a better look so you can actually see what I'm pulling out. Got some coloring books, some notebooks. So those were little beanbag things. And then I have these little alphabet things, but I literally have had them for 15 years, like, and have just like not really even used any of the letters. So I was like, these guys can go. Like, I don't need to hang on to these anymore. So trashed those. So that was actually really nice to get rid of because it was something that I kept for a long time. I got rid of this little notepad, these little fabric marker things, some of these plugs. And yeah, threw some stuff in the trash. That's kind of where we're at right now. I wanted to share with you guys, I'm going to put my e-waste, the things that are like cords, old phones and stuff, in this box because I'm not really sure what to do with them yet. I have to do a little more research about my area, about where to take them. I also have some batteries in here, but I brought in, oh my gosh, it's heavy, my giant box of batteries that are dead. I need to take them to a battery recycling center, and I think I can just go to Best Buy here and then they will take them. So I'm going to be putting it in my car, taking it on Monday. Today is Saturday. So then that way I can get it out of my house. And if it's in my car, then I have to do it. That is my rule. I'm taking all these donations out to my car, and on Monday I have to do it. I have to take them. And hopefully I'll have a little picture to show you guys that I did do it, in fact. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I also wanted to share that I'm not sure if I'll count all of these batteries like as each individual one. That was kind of my plan. I do want to, okay, I'm gonna be OCD a little bit. I am gonna count them all. I don't know if I'm gonna count them towards the total because they're just kind of like my emergency. If I need more items for my 1,000 things, then I could use them, but I don't think I actually will need to. I think I could count it as just like one thing or 10 even or whatever, you know? So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Be honest with you. I am counting things as I go. I'm keeping track. I have a little list on the chair over there so that I don't lose count because that would be insane and have to count everything again. But I wanted to be honest. I wanted to do my best to get to 1,000 or over 1,000. I think I can do it. I am going to total up and I'll share with you guys what I have so far. Okay, I went through all the batteries. I put tape on the top of these guys because that's how you reduce the risk of fires. And the battery grand total is 282. That is so wild. I expected it to be over 100 because the bag it's full, but 282 batteries, that's insane. So that's kind of like my insurance that I'm definitely going to get over 1,000, but for right now I'm not counting it. That's just kind of like backup sort of thing. Okay, so I totaled it up. I have 516 so far, including the batteries. Okay, so that's these batteries here. So these are donations. It's counting some of the garbage that I've thrown in here, as well as all of these donations out here. So I think we've done good so far. I am going to be taking the donations out to my car right now so that I can make sure that I get them out of my house, because that's why they're living here in the office. They've been in here for months because I haven't taken them to my car yet, and so I didn't have to do anything with them, but now I do. This December, I am decluttering 1001 things from my home. This is video number 2, decluttering the kitchen and the bathrooms. Check the link in the description for a free decluttering workbook and an optional feedback survey. Now let's get into the video. I just wanted to start this video a little bit differently by sharing a quote. It's by Napoleon Hill, and he says, "Deliberately seek the company of people who influence you to think and act on building the life you desire." I just really hope that if somebody is spending lots of time with me and watching my videos a lot, that I am just an influence for good. You know, that is my goal here, is to send out positive message that you can do it, to be uplifting and just to inspire you to take action. Even if it's just little baby steps, that is still moving forward. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to do that right here at the very beginning, because I know sometimes people have to drop off because they have places to be and everything. And, you know, a positive message at the very beginning just felt like the right thing to do. So right now I am going through my kitchen drawers and I'm just trying to find things that I've been putting off donating, like my bullet. And then here in the Tupperware cupboard, I just wanted to double check a few of the containers, made sure they had lids, and just trying to find little homeless orphan containers that, you know, are being mostly useless. So yeah, I just encourage you guys, let's go through your kitchen cabinets. You know, let's poke around and see what you got. Maybe you just go through one cabinet a day. Maybe it's just one shelf. Whatever it is, just spend, you know, a good 5 minutes and find something in that shelf or in that cabinet that you can either throw away, donate, or maybe it's just in the wrong spot. You know, that counts too. I just liked me kicking my recycling back. Get over there. These dishes are from my grandma, so I just wanted to show you guys what I had on my shelves here that I am taking off. Oh, they're also very dusty and need to be managed, but you know, that'll be for another day. Oh, and don't worry, I do have cups and things. It's just we have a family of 6, and so they are all in the dishwasher. And yeah, here is a spot that I think almost everybody has an excess of, and that is water bottles, and if you have a toddler, sippy cups. So I'm just trying to make sure I have lids for things. I am taking out the ones that are hard to wash or that are either broken or are missing lids and things. It's no fun having things that you cannot use. Here's the finished product just to show you guys. That's how I have it assembled. I've got an empty box right now, but that is where I like to kind of sometimes toss the water bottles and things so that they don't roll around. Yeah. Oh my gosh, all of these chopsticks. We got rid of most of them. My kids do like to use chopsticks when they eat Ichiban, which is really cute, but my 15-year-old and my 9-year-old, they use chopsticks. So I am keeping a few of them, but I got rid of most of them, so that was good, because they're just the wooden ones that aren't really meant to be reusable, but they do use them. And I also found a few pieces of sippy cups that I think I had previously gotten rid of the sippy cups, and so I have just random pieces that I do not need. Yeah, what else we got here? We got some elastic bands. I like to keep a few elastic bands because when we have like tacos, like soft tacos, I wrap an elastic band around the bottom of the younger two's taco, and then that way it holds it together for them until they eat down to that part. I was just checking my forks to see if any of them were bent or broken, because I thought I had a bent one, but I couldn't find it, so it must have been in the dishwasher. Knives are also in the dishwasher, don't worry. Actually, this is a great time to go through your drawers, is when you are doing, like, things are out of them, and you're just left with things that you don't normally use, because that is obviously the stuff that you can probably get rid of, or like a little more freely, right? Now here's a hot spot. This is where I keep like little bags for lunches and stuff, as well as like the, what is that called? Parchment paper, plastic wraps. These are all chip clips and apparently a bunch of twist ties. And so yeah, there was a hot spot that was just gathering things that I never used. I also had these, the wooden stake things, you know, for making, what are those called? Skewers. That's what it's called. Oh, and then this top drawer. Look, I couldn't even open it because the manual things were all in the way. So my goal was just to go through these. I wanted to keep the ones that I still had, the equipment that I still had, but they needed to be pared down. And some of it's just like warranty stuff that, I don't know. Does anybody fill that stuff out? I always feel like it's such a waste. It's probably good to fill out, but yeah, I didn't. So just tossing a few of these manual things that we no longer own. Some of this stuff is for like the actual house. Like there's a unit heater out in our garage, and so it had like a thing in here. There's stuff in here from windows, or not windows, it's from the lights that we bought. There was earbud covers. Oh, and then this bag had in it these hinges for the fridge door. When they've been put in the fridge, they had to switch the hinges over, and that is what those are. So I didn't need those because I'm not planning on switching my fridge handle over. There's some screws just in a bag, and then these ones had the little door stops, and I kept that because some of our door stops need to be replaced anyways. So a few plumbing fixture things. I like to keep my whiteboard markers in here, and then I put the manuals back in that I wanted to keep, as well as those door stop things, obviously. And then here's stuff that I'm throwing away, okay? A million twist ties and some bags. Some plastic, some manuals that I didn't need anymore. And then I moved on to under the sink area. You guys, this is like kind of a haven for lost objects. We've got some little scrubby brush things, some lotion that is so old I can't even remember when I got it. And yeah, just like kind of organizing things a little bit better under here. Some of these little straw cleaner things, I have good ones that I keep up by the sink, so I didn't need those. I got some extra gloves here. And then these ice cream lid things, I like to keep them for when my kids are painting things. So I do have a few in here, and I kept like, I think 1 or 2, but I didn't need like 5, you know. This is the cabinet where we keep just some of the snacky foods, my little fancier nuts and seeds and stuff, and then the cereal. And so it hadn't been gone through in a long time. There was just a bunch of partially used cracker boxes and some lunch things that I had my daughter take to the pantry. I dumped out some cereal that we just didn't finish eating, but we'd had it for almost a year, so it was time for it to go. Never eat those rice cakes, you know, you have good intentions of doing those sorts of things. And yeah, so if you guys have a cabinet with some leftover cereal and stuff, then maybe poke around in there. I'm sure you could find something to throw out. And then while I was cleaning out this cabinet, we had a little bit of an accident, and that little thin glass vase that I had pulled off the shelf fell off the counter and broke. So you will not see it here in this. This is what I got out of my kitchen, and the freezer, that stuff's from the freezer. That crib board's got pegs stuck in it, so it's garbage. And yeah, the vase is not there anymore because it broke. So that's the kitchen, and I'm going to be moving on to the bathroom. Just going to toss some things in the garbage first. Hey, here we are in the bathroom. Okay, so this top drawer is just a hot mess. There's a little bit of everything, mostly like hair tie kind of things, little clips for little girls and all that great stuff. So I'm just piling things that I'm throwing away up onto the countertop and just quickly going through it because I don't have anything to organize this stuff, and I was really short on time when I was doing this. So I was just like, I'm just going to go through it, and then I'll go back and I'll do like an organizing kind of thing for this drawer in the future. So I didn't get a chance to organize, but I am just pushing things around, and that just shows that you guys can do this too. Just open up a drawer, just start shifting things around and see what you can find, because even finding just 1 or 2 little things, that still helps the drawer to be better. Do you know what I mean? Look, I'm not perfect, and so you don't have to be perfect either, okay? So just get a little bit done. I'm going to grab the garbage can and toss this stuff in here. Woohoo! Floss. Oh my gosh, floss is just such a nuisance sometimes when you have kids. It just gets pulled out. Okay, this is my youngest daughter's favorite drawer, of course. One of her favorite things is to paint her nails. So that is what she's getting for Christmas. But before I got more, I just wanted to go through these things. We've been pretty good because she has been so into nail polish. We found like the old dried up stuff and thrown it out already. So I actually don't have that many nail polish bottles that are garbage. But I did have some other things, some paper things and stuff. There was this poor little hair bow that just didn't make it. And so yeah, I just wanted to go through it. We've got like these sticker nail things that they never get used. I should have got rid of them. But I didn't. I moved on to the little linen closet here. I just had a few washcloth things that I wanted to lighten my load. And I am going to keep some of them for rags, but I want to cut them so that I know that these are rags and not washcloths, so they get put back in with the washcloths. Oh, friends, here we go. This one, I mean, it's just got everything in it. It's got some like supplements that are in the pill case, which I really probably should not keep in there because my young daughter could get into them. That's actually really horrible of me. Yell at me in the comments, okay? I will move them. There was a broken necklace. I threw that away. I've got the garbage beside me to my right, so the bottom of the screen. So if my hand goes that direction, that thing is going in the garbage. So, yeah. Like that deodorant went in the garbage because it was done. Oh, I keep little, what are those called? Fortune cookie things. Some of the ones that I really like. I've got a couple here in this drawer, which whatever. It's a little piece of paper. So again, I don't have time to organize all this stuff, but I just wanted to go through it and try and find things like this broken necklace or something. It's like beads and stuff, that I just need to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of that. That's an empty container, but the little holder is still good. So I hanged on to that. Oh, you guys. Anyways, got some garbage, lots of garbage things. There we go. Those are beads. So I need to get rid of these beads. I could have kept them, I totally could have. They were totally fine, but I didn't want to. And so I threw them away. Oh, another fortune cookie, fortune thing. Empty Carmex container. What all do you guys have in your bathroom drawers? That's what I want to know. Probably similar. Oh, there's the third fortune cookie thing. There's an expired saline spray, a 4 and 5 for the fortune cookies. Apparently this is where I keep my fortune. I got baby scissors, which I don't have a baby anymore, so I was like, I need to get rid of these. Some elastics, gathering those up because it's nice to keep those all in one spot. Oh, that's something I need to go through is my essential oils collection, because I have like a handful at least of empty essential oil bottles. I'm a hoarder a little bit of empty container things, apparently. I was like, what is this card even for? I couldn't remember. I think it's like sunglasses. You get it with like sunglasses to prove that they're UV resistant or whatever. Anyways, that one in the garbage. Oh, some old nail polish. There's some nail polish. Oh, look, I have matches in here. That's really safe of me too. Good job, Jerry. So that's going to be put away with the supplements. Don't worry. That one's still got some, but I'm throwing it away. So anyways, is anybody else a hoarder of random bathroom things? I'm sure I'm not alone here. There's just a lot out in there in the world. I apparently need some little boxes and containers in here. When I get down to doing the basement bathroom, I do grab some containers and stuff. I have some more time for that sort of stuff, so I actually organize it. You guys are going to be pleasantly surprised by what I do down there, but for now, I just had these 5 minutes, and so I was like, oh, I just need to get through it and yeah, get rid of stuff. Anyways, I need to throw those in the garbage. Jerry, why'd you put those back in there? No, don't do that. Okay, I changed my mind. Good girl. What else am I gonna do? This is fun. Oh yeah, I need to show you the garbage, and then we'll jump to a different day. So welcome to my basement bathroom. This one is used by my older kids primarily, the older 3 kids. And yeah, it's been neglected for way too long. And so I was like, okay, I filmed this, and then I was like, you guys go in, tidy up what you can, and then I will come back and I'm gonna like deep clean it for you. Okay. So in today's video, I just show me decluttering some of the drawers and stuff, but there will be a future video where I deep clean this bathroom. You guys are gonna love it. It's fabulously dirty and then wonderfully clean. So here's the drawer situation. There are 4 little drawers here. So I've got lots of hair things for my oldest daughter. And then some feminine products. Gotta have those. And then just some random stuff here on the bottom. I think it just ended up being like a garbage spot. This is my oldest daughter's cabinet under her sink. It looks like a hot mess, and she is going to help me clean it out when we do the bathroom clean. But that's how it looks right now. And so let's get started on the drawers. First off, I was tossing the toothbrushes because they looked nasty. There was lots of toothpaste here. Some of it was still fine. It just had been opened and looked nasty. So I'm going to make them use up what's left over in some of those. And yeah, so here I am going to sort out things much better than I did upstairs because I have time on this day. Oh, and if you're wondering, I do not have hand tattoos. Those are just like the stick-on ones. My youngest daughter is really into them, and so yeah, she wanted to decorate us too. So that's why I have some hand tattoos in this video. This was bath salts, and it was getting all over the place. I was like, what in the world? Why is it in a bag? Apparently. A little manual thing I kept for my daughter because she has that watch. So in this top drawer, I wanted to put all of their toothpaste, floss, toothbrushes, those sorts of things so that it was all in one spot. So I'm just kind of gathering up all the things. Any of these little flossers, even though they probably haven't been used, I'm just throwing away because I was like, they're open and I didn't know for sure, you know? So yeah. My favorite pen, I was like, why is my pen in here? And a million hair elastics. Oh, we got some toothbrush things from the dentist. And then all these hair elastics are going to go down into the drawer below where my oldest daughter has her hair stuff. So gathering all those up here. And then those gray clump things, that's like a special kind of soap. It had like gray on one side, pink on the other. It's like a facial cleanser thing, but yeah, it needed a new container at the very least. And then our drawers just pop off here, so I'm going to take it off so I can dump things out because I didn't have a vacuum handy at the moment. And I wanted to wash this out without making mud, you know? All right, so here we go. We're going to wash it. Make it all sparkly clean. This one's really satisfying because it's got like the toothpaste smears stuck on it. So washing this one out. And then to save some time, I've got a transition coming that you guys are going to enjoy. Well, I think you're going to enjoy. I enjoyed it. So here it comes. Ta-da! Perfectly clean stuff. There we go. That is the top drawer. All right, moving on to the second drawer. I also fixed my camera angle a little bit, but it's not great still. Sorry about that. And just so you know, my oldest daughter was here with me, so I could ask her, like, hey, do you use this, or can we throw this out? And so I wasn't just willy-nilly throwing things out that are hers. So just so you know, I think it's important to ask your kids questions. There was this, that brush had all those strings in it, which was like a partially made necklace. I did throw that out because I was like, this is garbage, babe. Let's just let it go, and then you can do another one another day. Okay, gathering up all the elastics. They are everywhere. I'm so excited for this transition because it's going to be like amazing. Get all those elastics all tidied up. So nice. You guys, I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is like right next to my head and she's purring. So if you hear that, it's not a lawnmower. It's just her. Her name is Tiger. Okay, so here we go. Almost all emptied, and then I can give it a little wash. Oh, clean. Look at that. Ta-da. And then I was so wrapped up in the cleaning that I forgot about the third drawer, so I'm jumping right to the fourth. This one had like a lot of garbage type things in it that nobody used. And yeah, so look at like shampoo bottle things, some wipes, and there. I just put the razor thing back in there because I was like, I'm not sure. My oldest son wasn't around, so I was like, I don't know if this is the one he uses or not. So on to the third drawer. This is a really short one because I was just pulling things out and yeah, moving hair stuff to the hair drawer, which looks amazing now. You guys can't get over these transformations for these drawers. I'm so happy with them. So I definitely need to do it with the upstairs bathrooms. It is just so satisfying. I wish it was that easy to clean up, you know? Snap your fingers like Mary Poppins. Ta-da! Okay, here's a quick look at all four drawers. And the bottom drawer, I added a little basket for lip balms and stuff. Okay, so my daughter is going through her cabinet. See, she's not fictional. And then I'm just going to go through under here, under my oldest son's, we've got some bathroom stuff. This is like mostly not his stuff. This is just stuff that we've gotten from grandparents that has just landed here in his cabinet. So some of this bathroom stuff I decided to take upstairs to the main bathroom because that's where my daughter and my younger son bathes, my younger two kids. And so they are more likely to be using like the bubble baths and the bath salts and those kind of things. So I just wanted to take most of that stuff up there so that they could use it there. And then it just needed a really quick wash here, get it all cleaned up. And now this is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. So much better. That's the fun part about doing cleaning videos, is you got the before and you got the after. He had nothing in his drawer, he still has nothing in the drawer. So might have to put like hand towels or something down here. And then in her cabinet, this is the before of her cabinet. This is important because you need this recent memory to see how it looks now. You can just feel the weight of this cupboard just come off. It just looks a million times better. So she did great. So proud of her for that. And that is it, you guys. That is the bathroom all tidied up here, and you'll get the real clean later. So our total is at 545 items so far this month, and a little giggle at the end. This December, I am doing a decluttering challenge to get rid of 1001 things that are in my home or more. And today's video is going to be the storage room, our family room, the garage, and outside. Check out the link in the description for a free decluttering workbook that you can download. Hello and welcome to this decluttering challenge video. We are going to be tackling a little bit of this family room back behind me, as well as the storage room, a little bit of the garage, and some outside stuff. So let's get to work. Okay, the goal is going to be to find just like 5 or 10 things in each area. So I've got 2 closets, I've got like the ledge around my family room, and also just the floor area in the family room. So let's see if we can find 5 to 10 items in each of those areas. Okay, so we are starting out in this game closet / toy storage area. It doesn't matter how many times I go through my toys and my games and stuff, there is always just something, you know? We have 4 kids, we live in southern Alberta, and this is our home. You know, we live here, and we trash the place, apparently. No, but seriously, it is hard to stay on top of a house when you are a working mom, and so this is just my weekend thing that I do. Here's everything that I found in this closet. There was a box, a little bag, coloring book, a little manual thing, a couple of bags, a costume, a ball, a toilet paper roll, a game, and then a puzzle. I did pretty good. That was 11 that was in that closet. And now I'm going to go around the ledge in the family room. Here is where we store most of our movies, our DVDs, and like video game things. And the more I get into this challenge, the more I realize that the decluttering problem is partially me. It's a large part of me. it's not necessarily the kids or my husband who are like, let's keep this. It's me who's like, maybe I need this. I know that there are many of you who can relate. We do not need everything that is in our home. And when was the last time we even watched a DVD? I don't even know. I cannot bring myself to getting rid of them yet. And so, it's painful. It's painful sometimes to watch me go through things because I'm like, just let it go. I can't do it. I was able to find about 9 DVDs that I did get rid of. So while I could have gotten rid of a much larger quantity because we probably do not need it, I just, I was ready for those 9. And I think that's part of decluttering too, is it comes in phases. And the first phase is going to be, that was a tensor bandage that didn't even belong there. The first phase is just going to be getting rid of the stuff that's easy, And then I'm going to have to go back through this stuff and get rid of more stuff. It'll be a little harder the next time, but I'll also have some decluttering practice in after doing this first challenge. And that, you guys, I have not been through my house in probably years. Even pre-COVID, you guys. Pre-2020, when everybody else was really deep cleaning their houses during that time, I was an essential worker, and so I still had to work, and I was pregnant with our youngest, and so I felt like crap. So I did not go through my house at that time when it was popular. And I know someone's going to comment about how my son is sitting there while I'm running around and stuff. Don't worry, they do chores, people. Just it's fine. What I'm doing here is not cleaning anyways. I was just trying to find donations, and that's not something that I really needed help with. I needed to do that myself. So before someone comments that my kids are so lazy, here's everything that I found that was on the ledges and in the other closet and off the floor. There is toys, there is dishes, and some garbage. That pillow is going to go in the garbage, that box, lots of things here. We did great. Okay, now we are going to move on to the storage room where I'm going through VHS tapes. Yeah. So anyways, there are 2 large boxes of VHS tapes in here. And I'm going through, and yes, I am keeping some, but I'm definitely not keeping as many. So again, this is just my first go through. I'm doing what's easy. I in my heart, I feel like I can't let go of everything. Okay, and let's talk about this for a second. Remember the good old days when you could just watch a movie without having to pay a subscription? I think that is partially why I'm like, I do not want to let these go. I own them and I can just pop them into a VCR, which I think we still have VCR. Yes, we do. We have a VCR. So if I wanted to watch them, I could do that. And I don't have to pay $120 a year for a Disney subscription or, what is the Netflix one? It's $6 a month now, whatever it is. Anyways, it's a lot of money that I don't necessarily need to do if I have DVDs and movies. So these are the thoughts that are going through my mind as I am sorting through these things, and that is why I can't let them all go yet. I think eventually I'll get there because I think decluttering is building a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And so I'm just building my muscles, my decluttering muscles. But look, I got rid of 25 or something like that of these VHS discs. So I was super happy about that. Recycling and trash that you find is also counts. So I have some these are dead. No, they're not dead. They're used light bulbs. So I am just, I almost dropped it. I am just gathering up all the ones that are already used. And this box that I'm pulling things from has new light bulbs at the bottom. They just had some old ones that were on top that had gotten put in there as the new ones were replaced and stuff. So I have a whole box full of light bulbs. I have vacuum attachments, which my Dyson vacuum hose does not work anymore. So I'm actually donating the Dyson attachments. You guys will be so proud of me. I just recently did my cleaning closet where I boxed up the Dyson vacuum attachments and I couldn't get rid of them, so I am now. Okay, here's a little pre-look at what these shelves look like. There is a whole mess of painting stuff in here that we need to do. I painted our whole house myself. I had, some help, but I was the one in charge of painting it all and buying the paints and everything and supplies. And so that is why I have so much painting stuff. Also, I really love painting stuff. That metal pan was one that my sister made for us. These are cans that are in that bag. And then I found these chunks of wood that I think were under like a bed foot things. Anyways, I just love them because I wasn't totally sure. I couldn't remember. And then these boxes. Oh, that one had a microwave plate, which I just broke my microwave plate. And I was upset that I found this one here because I had to buy a new microwave plate. And if I would have known that I had one in the storage room, then I could have used it. Oh, assuming it fits, of course. Okay, here we go. Going through some more old things. These are CDs and a fish net, apparently. Okay, CDs. I got rid of the ones that were easy. Again, I could not get rid of all of them, even though I haven't listened to a CD in a long time. But, maybe I want to. And again, I don't have to pay subscription or listen to ads. I don't know. I'm feeling like an old fogey just saying that, but I did just turn 40, so come on, give me a break. And although it sounds like super counterintuitive, I'll come back and I will redo this area and like the VHSs and the CDs another time and go through them with a deeper sweep. So, okay, let's get on to the painting stuff. Here is some of the things that I have. Starting with this box of garbage. It's got some of those like shower curtain things, a little light bulb, just garbage things. I'm going to get rid of this playpen. It's actually in the trailer. And then I found this bag that has these hair things in it. We're just going to get rid of these ones. And then this box of movies and the CDs are down below. But then I was like, this is unstable. Why am I doing it the weird way? So, gonna switch that up. Okay, so if you struggled to declutter something, share with me in the comments what it was. Here is my painting things. So I've got a ton of rollers. There's these flat things for putting on paint that I never really loved anyways, so getting rid of those. A little manual I got rid of. Clamps that I'm keeping. Oh, more shower curtain ring things. I'm not sure why I have so many. Okay, this is the stuff I'm getting rid of. And then I've got this other bigger tote thing. Even more shower curtain things. So I'm just putting the things back into the box that I'm keeping, and then I'll show you these are the ones that I'm getting rid of, as well as this stuff. This is my last box of painting things, I promise. I decided just to kind of speed through it for you guys. And yeah, that's my scarecrow in the background. You can't really see her, but that's my 4-year-old. And I will just say that when you paint your own house, what ends up happening is that some of the little trim pieces and little blotches and things, they just don't really get painted. So I still have some painting left to do from when we moved in 10 years ago. Maybe one day, right? It's just one of those things that, well, you can live with it, so it's fine. I am glad that we painted the whole basement. Like, we finished everything. It's just like little final touched things that I never got around to doing. So one day. All right, this is the pile of stuff we're getting rid of. Tons of boxes. There's that playpen, movies, painting stuff, pop cans, garbage. All this stuff here is garbage. Throwing away that humidifier and the garbage can. And this is how it's looking. It looks so much better. It feels a lot lighter now. Got some shelves that are open, so I can start moving stuff up off the floor onto the shelves. Need to get a little bit better of a system going on there, but today was just trying to find things to declutter. Okay, let's move on to the garage. And I'm just going to focus my efforts here on the top of the landing. We've got some shelves here. This is what the rest of the garage looks like, which it needs some love to. Some shelves, that little mezzanine part, and yeah, even down here, I've got the stroller down there, which we don't need the stroller anymore, but we'll worry about that later. Anyways, we got these shelves that we built just for some of our regular used shoes because we wanted to be able to take them off right by the door. So this is part of the house where things just come to land before they go out to the recycling or the garbage sometimes. And then it crowds out the shoes, and then the shoes get all over the landing part and we trip on them, or like it's a real hazard because it is a landing before stairs. So I think keeping this area clear and clean will be super helpful at keeping the mudroom cleaner, and then in turn the rest of the house. So this is where I kind of feel like my garage needs to be organized better so that I have place for things and they don't have to be living in my house. Like my water cooler that was in my pantry, something like that. So right now I'm just pulling out the things that have tons of cat hair on them that I'm just planning on throwing away, or if there's anything there that I'm donating. Some shoes, I think, maybe. But yeah, like gloves and things, I'm just going to be cleaning off a little bit. What do you do with this nail? You would totally use this. You just straighten it out. That's what my grandpa would say. You just like hammer it down. I thought it was funny. He didn't think it was as funny. Oh, my grandpa's name was Edgar. That's why he said it. Okay, Edgar. Okay, so anyways, decided to recycle that. Got pencils here. We're throwing in the garbage. Okay, here I am. These are the things I'm throwing in the garbage so you guys can see. Because sometimes it's hard when I take the things off the shelf to tell, like, what am I actually doing with that thing? Throwing them away. That hat, I wanted to keep that hat because it's one of my favorites, but it had cat hair all over it and I didn't want to clean it, and it'd been sitting there for a while, so I let it go. Okay, so that was about 13 pieces of trash, and then I do have some donation items as well. So I've got those boots that I just put down on the floor. Those ones we are donating. And then as well as some shoes and stuff that my husband found. And I will show you a little preview of all the things I'm donating at the end of this little video clip. So he's down there working down on the floor while I'm doing this little landing thing. So look at us working together. It's not very often that I actually get to work with my husband. We're both like pretty busy people. Oh, that hat. I asked him if I could throw that hat away and he let me do that. So it was kind of trashy. So putting all that stuff into the garbage, was pretty happy about that. Those 2 pairs of shoes were donations. And that white thing that I handed to my husband. These things are like skates and helmet from the mudroom. I didn't count those because we didn't get rid of them. My youngest daughter still will need it for skating and stuff, so not counting it. I had some glove things that were on the floor that were like pretty dirty and trashy, so threw those away. But I will say it is easier to declutter and to clean things when someone else is there with you. Well, okay, usually it is. My husband's a very helpful person. He's like a doer. And so he doesn't want to dilly-dally with things. He's just like, what do you want to do with this? What do you want to do with that? And he is like good about like just following through. So cleaning with him is like so helpful. Here are all the things that we found to donate. So there's like a little hat there. There's some things from the mudroom. This is what the stair shelf area is looking like, and I need to sweep the floor. So that's what we're going to do next. And that fuzzy thing on the left-hand side of my stair railing is just insulation. The cat sits on it. We will use it for something, I'm sure. So anyways, we didn't declutter that. So these stairs are always filthy. We live out on the prairie, and like we don't have great grass. Oh my goodness, I cannot speak. Which someone today suggested that we plant clover, which I love that idea. Here's what it looks like all swept up. It looks so much better. I would love to paint this landing and the stairs too, so that they actually look nice and didn't absorb all the water and everything, but just haven't gotten around to it. Okay, now at the very end here, we are going to go and clean out underneath my front stairs. It's a little bit like a little shed area because of how much room we have here. And this is where I like to store the bikes and the plants and stuff for the winter. And so that is what I'm doing. I wanted to clean it up because it's gotten kind of trashy and there's just some things that just need to go. So I'm going to pull out what is garbage and just all the extra stuff. And for somebody who has a brown thumb, well, I say I have a brown thumb because I've like every time I go to plant a garden, it does not grow. But I have pretty decent luck with flowers and things in pots. So maybe that is just how I need to garden from now on. And also just the ground here is just not very forgiving, honestly. It's pretty like tough for things to grow. And it's like dry. But going back to the clover idea, I really like that idea. And I wonder if I can do that here or if clover is too invasive of a species to plant near other fields. That's my only concern with that. So those pipe things that I'm hauling out, we had like a small trampoline and it had a net around it with these pipes. And I cannot remember why we kept all the pipes, but for some reason we did. And now I'm like, it's time for them to go. So I filmed this on Saturday and we had like beautiful weather. This is December. That is the one good part about living here is sometimes we have a Chinook roll in and it's windy, but it dries everything up. And then we have like some nice weather, but it's dry. I mean, it's not great for farmers, but it's nicer for driving. So I am just putting my flower pots away. My brother was so kind to me this year and pre-potted a bunch of flowers for me for my front deck. And then it looked absolutely gorgeous for months and months. That was like the nicest thing anyone has ever done to me. Okay, this is everything that I got from outside that was under my deck. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and that you've been decluttering and getting rid of some things too. Everything here is going in the garbage. It was outside. I'm not donating those shoes or anything. So this is my husband loading it up and we are taking it to the dump. I'll see you guys in the next decluttering challenge video. Bye!
Okay, I was wrong. Let it go, let it go. Good morning. Today is the much awaited cleaning out the bedroom, the closet. There are things in my bedroom, you guys, that I've been hiding from you that I need to go through. I also would love to go through my son's room, my daughter's room, like both of my younger son and my younger daughter, and then I'm going to ask my older kids to go through their rooms. My oldest son went through his clothes. You saw that in my existing donations. He had a whole bag full of donations, so I'm just going to ask him to just double check his books and those kind of things as well that are in there, and let's see what we can collect for our decluttering challenge.
My 4-year-old is really into vacuuming her own room now, so we do it like once a week right now because she actually likes it, and I'm trying to encourage that. So this is her room. She is still in a crib, yes, because she can climb in and out on her own, like, and it's just easier. It's just smaller and then it's contained and she doesn't fall out of it. So anyways, we're still using her crib. I'm starting with her dresser because we've got some stuff here that is too small that I need to go through. So I'm gonna start with this stuff here first. And this is my 4-year-old daughter's room. So I am just going to be cleaning out all of the clothes from her little dresser here. And these are play silks that I'm collecting in my one hand. I want to keep them in this red container, but all these other clothes have just come to land here and they need to go and be sorted out. So just wanted to get that all cleaned up first, the top of the dresser here. And then I'm going to start on the drawers. Over the last few weeks, when I've been doing these decluttering videos, I have noticed that my mental health has improved. I feel like I can focus a little bit better and just be able to relax a little bit more. It's kind of crazy because I haven't really taken that much stuff out. I mean, I am nearing 1,000 things, but I still have a lot of things in my home. I still have to manage a lot of things, but by reducing it, just by getting rid of like the things like the trash and the recycling and the stuff that's like obvious I do not need or I do not want anymore, then it has made it easier for me just to manage my whole life, my anxiety, overwhelm, and just being able to stay organized. I also just have more motivation to actually keep a space cleaned out after I've kind of gone through it, and I feel more motivated to go through it again. Like, I know that this is not the first time that I'm going to be, this is not the last time that I'm going to be decluttering. I know that it is a process, it is a real journey, and that there never really is an end destination. It's just a continual thing that has to happen because we continually bring things into our home. So then on the opposite side, we have to take things out. So it's been very interesting to learn more about myself and what I like, and just kind of the funny things that I've been hanging on to. But I think under it all, I've been processing, and I'll be able to let them go soon. Okay, so I was able to find some things that are a little small, and so we're gonna get rid of. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 t-shirts. And then 2 diaper covers and 1 pair of tights. So 10, 11. This one is really funny, but somebody will love that one. Okay. These ones just don't belong in here. I'm keeping this. I have the other one in my bedroom. So these just need to be hung up in another place. So I'm going to go do that. Now these ones are existing donations that have just been living in the corner of her room that I'm ready to get rid of. So I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3. Something was not what I thought it was, and I am so confused right now. I'm dying right now, like, watching this back. It is so funny, because I'm like, what is this? Is this a funny joke? It's not a funny joke. So, anyways, I'm pulling out these clothes, and I'm like, I do not recognize any of these clothes. These can't be my donations that, like, I'm going to donate. This has got to be something different. So I was like, I need to dump all this out and see what's in here. And yeah. Okay, I was wrong. They're not donations. It's a box of clothes that someone donated to us. So I actually need to go through them quickly and see if there is things here that we would use. And if not, then I can donate. Okay, so these look really big, but they are summer clothes, so I'm going to save those for later. No tights. Well, she already has 2 pair of tights, so do we need a 3rd pair? I'm going to donate those. Is this a sweater dress? It's extremely long. She might like that it has pockets. It's warm. I'll hang on to it for now. Looks a little big. These are size 6. This one will be for summer. These are size 6, but they might start to fit soon. So I'm gonna put them over here. This is an unexpected surprise. Oh, this is cute. Hang on to that. That needs to hang up with dresses. Elsa. Let it go. Let it go. I'm gonna donate this one because it has a little torn in it, tear in it. Why is the tag so ridiculously long? It's a little big. Hang on to that for later. Is this a dress or is this a nightie? I think it's a dress. Alright, it's cute. It's a little big. I wonder if those would fit. Maybe. Because we need some pajamas now. These look like they should fit a little smaller. They say size 6, but maybe. Wow. That's fancy. Okay, it's big though. So it's like this other one. Let's put that with future stuff. I'm gonna donate this one because it looks like so wrinkly. You're crooked. There you go. Well, actually, probably. She could probably wear now. That in the mudroom. What do you guys think of sunflowers? I always reminds me of like 1997. My oldest sister decorated her room with like a sunflower banner thing around it and painted it blue. That's exactly what this reminds me of. It's too big for my little one, so we are gonna save it for next spring. Okay, this one is one I meant to donate because it's a little pair of jammies that are too small. My younger kids like never wear jeans. I don't know. Is anybody else's kids just not jean kids? Some blue tights. We don't have blue ones, but look how small. Looks tiny. I mean, it's probably fine. Size 2 to 4 years. Let's donate. We have 2 pair. That's enough. She doesn't wear tights every Sunday anyway, so
cute shirt for next year. Oh, this is cute. She'll like this. And it's frozen, but a little big for now, so we'll save it for spring. Jammy shorts. I already have a pair here. I'll see which pair is better. Oh, there's quite a few of these little skirts. Dress things are a little big. Another pair of little short things. This one's really small, so I'm donating that.
You can see why it was important for me to go through all of her clothes. She has a lot. There's a lot of things here. And not just her clothes, but the donations that are coming in. So every month or two, I need to go through and just kind of sort through what we want to keep or what we don't want to keep. And then, you know, the process continues because she keeps growing.
Okay, so there is a stack of stuff here that is too big for her right now. So we're gonna keep it for later. Some things I'm going to add to her dresser. Actually, I'm going to put these over here because that's what that pile is. These are things that don't belong in the room, but we're keeping. So I hang her dresses up in my closet, and then there's a coat and a hat there for the mudroom. This is the pile of donation stuff. So I'm going to have to count those. And then this is the stuff that I'm going to add to her dresser. So
I had been putting off this task for a good few months because it's a lot. There's a lot of things that need to be done. And actually, I still need to do my younger son's donations as well. He just got another bag. And I really appreciate getting donations. Like, don't get me wrong. It is something that has to be maintained. And so it's just another level of things that I need to do. But whether I get donations or buy, I have to get them close.
okay, that added up to 25 things, which is amazing. Most of them are too small for her. And then I'm going to go through this tote as well because it's got stuff that is like close to her size, but not quite. And then that way I can add these things to that tote after I go through it. I might need to go through those other two totes. We'll see.
And I am just going to speed right through this because I feel like it's kind of fun to watch when I move at super speeds. It's like I have superpowers. With every clothing item I go through, if you are in the same kind of situation, you're like, what do? I feel so overwhelmed. This is what I do. I check each piece of item to see, first of all, do I like the style? If I don't like the style, then I'm not keeping it, even if my child might like a style. There are some things I keep because of my children, but most of it is me. Do I want to maintain this piece of clothes? So like the dress that was like a little bit extra wrinkly, I didn't want to try to iron it anytime I tried to use it. So that's why I was like, I'm going to donate this one, even though it was cute. So yes, I make sure I like it. I also make sure that they would like it, like that they would wear it. My younger kids are not big into jeans, so I try not to keep too many pairs of jeans for them because I know that they're not going to wear them. And then I check sizes. So I've got a few totes here you can see. I just keep them in their room. They usually don't get into them, but they have before gotten into them. And one tote usually just has a bit larger sizes, and then the other tote is something that they're going to be growing into soon. And then that way I can just kind of cycle through them as they get bigger. And now I am just sorting the clothes before I put them back into the tote by like t-shirts or pants or dresses so that they're kind of organized and I can just be like, I need a shirt. Here we go.
Okay, so these ones are going to be donations. I'm going to add them to my bag. Okay, I was at 25 before, and let's count. Look, I bought these from, what store is it called? What's this store called? Children's Place. I bought these from Children's Place, like 3 or 4 sets of them, and she never wore them, but now that she's using the potty more, I don't think it's practical for her to wear, and she wasn't really loving the full length jammies anyways. I forgot what number I was on. Crap. What? It was 15. Let's keep going. So cute.
32 plus 25 is 57. 2 and 5, 7, 5, yeah, 57. Okay. We did good. All right, I haven't gone through the other 2 totes, but I think I can. I don't think it'll take me too long. I'm just gonna quickly maybe dig through them and see what sizes they are, and if they're close to her size, then I'll just quickly look at those.
These videos are sped up about 5 times as fast as normal life. So just to give you an idea, it took me about 5 minutes to get through this tote. So it's really not that long. It doesn't take that long. You have to get through it and then like do something with the things that you're taking out. Whether you're gonna wash them so she can wear them right now or store them like I'm putting them into the other tote so I can store them. And I'm trying to get down to just having 2 totes in her room, unless we get more donations in from somebody else. From like, I get donations just from like cousins and friends. So it's not like I'm just accepting donations from everybody and anybody. These are people we know. And the cutest thing is some of these shirts that I'm going through right now were my older daughters and that I had kept. And it's so sweet to be like, oh, I remember when she was wearing that and now you're wearing that. So that is one of the fun parts about keeping your own old clothes, because then you can use them again for younger children. And most families don't have kids spaced out by like 10 years. Just my weird family, we're just really spaced out.
Okay. Well, we can get rid of these because car seats are almost a thing of the past. So I don't need those. Got some blankets, which I've been storing the blankets in the closet in our room. So probably could take these there. And then we've got cloth diapers, which I used for a couple of the kids. This is my baby blankie. This is blankies. That's what this is. Okay. Cloth diapers too. Yes. This is mine from when I was a kid. This is just the box. Okay, that's all that's in here. These cloth diapers I would like to get rid of, so I'm gonna go onto the Facebook group that's for cloth diapers and just offer those up for like a small price. I'm not gonna ask for much. I might just keep 4 or 5 because honestly they're handy. They're handy. This one is like a swim one. They are handy to have. So I'm gonna keep these out of here. And I'm gonna put the blankets back in because I want these for my kids for when they have kids, like especially these ones. They're perfect for wrapping babies in. And then these guys are just my memories.
Okay, so just loading these up in here, and then I'm going to be moving on to my room soon.
Okay, so in my daughter's room, I was able to get rid of 7 more things. So 57 plus 7, 64, right? So 64 items of clothing was able to get rid of. Okay, let's move on to my room. I just want to quickly do a quick glance through my closet, and then later on I'm going to do like a deeper closet organizational video. But right now I'm just going to look for things that I can get rid of. Okay, so this is my room. It's a mess. So I've got some things here that I've been meaning to give away for donations and stuff and just like to go through that I haven't yet. So I'd like to get to that pile. And then I also need to get to my closet. There is clothes that are in baskets and stuff. I'm actually not going to worry about the clothes that are in laundry baskets. Look over here. Ta-da! They're clean. They just need to be put away. But that also means that we use them and wear them. So I'm actually not going to worry about them. I'm just going to worry about the ones that are still in the closet. Do I want to keep them? Am I going to use them? All that good stuff. Okay, my husband went through his clothes, so that's what these are. Okay. So we're going to count these towards our total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16 items. Okay.
I didn't even ask my husband to go through his clothes. He just did it unprompted by me. He just knew that I was doing this challenge, and he was like, and I knew that I was going to be doing like our clothes and stuff this week, and he was like, I'll go through my closet. So he did. And I was kind of proud of him for that. So thank you, honey, for that. He does watch my videos. I partially make him, but also he says he enjoys it, probably because it's me and he loves me. So that's kind of sweet. Too mushy for you guys, I know. Okay, so this closet is a hot mess. So I just decided I am just going to be sorting things by owner. So I'm just cleaning off this chair. This chair is almost always a hot mess, always has clothes on it, but just wanted to get all of my clothes sorted out, my husband's clothes moved over, and things that I wasn't too sure about. I think that's what I'm putting on this chair. It's ones that, yeah, it is. Things that I am planning on donating. So just kind of going through this, I just had a few items that I knew for sure that I had worn recently that I was like, I need to get rid of these because they're getting old. And then, yeah, some other ones that are just dirty and everything. And then this category needed to be gone through first. It was my tank tops, and they are kind of coming back in style a little bit. So I was like, okay, I need to go through these, get rid of the ones that I know for sure I'm not going to be wearing. And I have the ones that I'm putting on the right hand side. Those are like, I don't know, am I going to keep these? And I decided I am going to keep them because I do often wear like a cardigan and a tank top, and it's kind of a little dressier than what I usually have. My sister made these for me, my socks, but they had holes, and so it was time for them to go in the garbage. So, sister, if you're listening, I'd love another pair. I wore them right out. And then the bottom drawer in my dresser has like workout clothes as well as pajamas and like actually working clothes, like things that I would paint in or whatever. So it's kind of a catch-all for all the things. And so just needed to go through those things and pick out the stuff that was getting a little small. Okay, so I went through these top two drawers. They have more of my undergarment-y kind of things, so I wasn't going to show you guys that. And I found a whopping of like nursing pad things, so I don't need those anymore. These ones that are packaged, I will hang on to and donate them. I think there's actually, yeah, it's a big package here. So I will donate these. They have not been opened, so I'm not counting each of these individually because there's quite a few here, but we will count, since there's quite a few, we will count them as like 10. So 10 of those. Was I keeping these? I can't remember. I think so. Those in here. Okay, these ones that are cloth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 cloth breast pads. Okay, this is a slip that I think I got from my mom, like, as a hand-me-down forever ago. And I pin it so that I can wear it, but I have another slip, so I'm going to take the pin out and I'm going to donate it. And I'm just going to put them in a pile first. Old bras. Got 1, 2, 3 old bras. 4, 5. 5 old bras. I have like a really hard time finding bras that fit me good. It's frustrating. And I don't think I'm alone, but 2, 3, 4, 5 old bras. Yeah. Okay. I also found these like luggage things. I think they could probably just go in the garbage. Swim shorts that are way too small for me now. Oh, this pair fits. This pair's gonna go in here. It fits. It's fine. Okay, I also have these like Bella Band things that were for when you're pregnant. So I've got 1, 2, So I got 3 Bands and then a little pair of shorts. And then I've got some socks. So these ones, I'm just going to go through these. Some of them I'm going to keep and some I'm going to get rid of. So I'm going to keep that pair. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. Let me help you. That one's definitely going to go. We're just going to throw that one in the garbage. So that's garbage. That one, some of these just need matches. This is like a new sock. I really like those ones. Hanging on to those. I like those. Oh, look, there's the purple one. Hooray, a pair. Do you like celebrate when you find a pair of socks? It's kind of funny. Okay. This one's gonna go in the garbage too. It's all stretched out. Okay, hang on to those. Hanging on to that. Hanging on to that. Okay, these ones, I don't know where they came from. This one I know I have a match for, so. Okay, hanging on to these ones. That one. But these guys, I think I'm gonna let go of, so. $11 things. I forgot I had these ones from the bottom drawer that I pulled out too. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more things. So 11 and 5 is 16. So that's 16 total that came out of my dresser. Okay, and I went through my dresses earlier, and so that's what these ones are. So I just wanted to count them with you guys. This bag is full, so I gotta get another one. Okay, fix you a little bit here. There's too much crap on my floor. Y'all know how it is, right? Oh my gosh, you're crooked. Now you're perfect. Okay. Alright, so these are the dresses that I already went through. So I just wanted to count them with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dresses. Some of my son's clothes that are too small for him, my younger son. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more for my daughter, so that makes 9 of those. Okay. That's pretty good. There is probably more that can be done, but like I said, I want to go through the closet and actually organize things and make things look a lot nicer. I also have over there a box of things that are maternity clothes, but I don't want to open that can of worms right now. Sorry, they're not maternity clothes. They're clothes that I wore even before I was pregnant. So back in like 2019, it's been 5 years. But I just don't want to face those demons today, so I'm not going to open those. Oh, but before that, I really do need to address this corner here. Okay, I was folding clothes and I did find a few more things to get rid of. So I've got 4 pairs of socks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other little things from my daughter's clothes. So 10 more things.
Okay, so let's go through this thing that's been haunting me. And look, it stares at me when I sleep even here in my bedroom. So I'm putting those, that was outerwear that was too big for my daughter, but I'll keep it for her. And then these are donations that I'm putting into that brown box. And I'm talking to you guys, but you can't hear me like when I just let it play. So I just sped it up and kept it longer. In the white basket, I am tossing toys that we're keeping, just kind of tossing those in there. I've got some recycling and garbage that are on the bed, and this yellow bag is all garbage. And what else can I tell you guys? Oh, I'm going to talk about my chicken.
This little guy was my grandma's and it sat on her fridge for years and I just can't get rid of it. He just reminds me of her. So I want to put it like on my dresser, or on my bookshelf here, but it's full of books right now. So anyways, that's where he's gonna end up. So I am keeping him because he has special meaning to me, but yeah, he doesn't really have a purpose. I don't even know, like he's got this hole in his tummy and I'm not really even sure what that was for. Flower plant? I don't know. Anyways, he's gonna live here. Okay, it's like a Halloween bag. There's some clothes that are too small. Okay, hold on. I gotta put this with my donation pile thing. Okay, there. This one is garbage. This has no use anymore. Donate that. This is just garbage. Christmas stuff. This is garbage. I don't think this guy works anymore. I can't remember. So both toys. Love these things, but never use them, so I'm gonna donate them. Vacuum cleaner. That should go in the clean closet. Oh, this I need to get rid of. This is donations. It's in the office. Book is broken. I think it can go in the garbage. This is nasty. Baby toy things that I'm not keeping. I love these little Tupperwares. Keeping these. They're gonna go in my Tupperware cupboard. And these little guys are nice, so keeping them. But these guys never use, so donating them. Tupperware. Got this for my daughter, but never used it, which is a shame. Actually might see if my niece wants it. Her little guy is about the age that he would need something like this, so saving that for them. These guys. Okay, also these guys are supposed to go on these, and then they were supposed to seal them, and they actually work pretty good, but if your child was to like shove their finger into it, then it no longer becomes waterproof. But it's a really great idea. They're nice. I'll see if my niece wants these too. Okay. Some knives here that I'm going to put in my camping trailer. That's what I wanted to do with these. This is like a really nice knife set. Our kids are getting old enough that they can actually use nice knives for when we have like a good dinner. So I'm keeping this so that we can use it for fancy things. This just needs to go in the kitchen. Straws. That's garbage. Toy that I'm not keeping, donating. These can just go in the garbage. Empty box. Okay. Actual empty box. Ta-da! And then the inside is empty. Well, mostly empty. It's for magnetiles. There's nothing inside here. So I think what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take it into my daughter's room, my youngest daughter's room, and use it for her nighttime diapers and that sort of thing that I have in that white plastic thing right now in her room. She has graduated and is using the potties now during the day, but you know, it takes a while before they get the nighttime stuff, and she's still sleeping in a crib, as you saw, so I'm not really pushing nighttime things until her diapers get more dry during the night. Sometimes they are, but yeah, we're just not pushing. We just take our time with things. So anyways, still have diapers, so that's where I'm going to put these things in here, and probably like her books on top, and just clean up her room a little bit with this. So let's go do that.
This wasn't even planned out. It was just kind of spur of the moment. Actually, I should put this in her room instead of having it just sitting here in my room. I didn't want to get rid of it because my husband actually made it. And so I think that's pretty cool that he made it with his own two hands, as well as this little stool thing that I'm holding right now. He made those two things in carpentry class when he did his first and second year of carpentry. And so now I'm just going to clean out. She's got all these books and things. And then, you know, once you move something in a kid's room, there's crumbs and stuff underneath of it. So had to vacuum back behind there as well. And my little daughter was just so pleased to have this new thing in her room. You know, anytime you give them something new, they're just like pleased as pop. Just so excited about all the little things. And she was opening up the cupboards and putting her little things in there. And it was just fun to see her so excited about it. And I did go through her books and pick out a couple to donate, but I forgot to count actually when I was doing this little clean for her room. So they're not going to go towards that 1001 things part of my challenge, but it's okay because I got quite a few things already and I'm not going to worry about it. And I just really wanted to get this done for her. I did end up taking this little rolly plastic thing into the office, and I'm going to put like all of our craft things in there, and then we can move it from the office to like the kitchen or something and just make it easier for them to do crafting things, which is kind of one of my goals, right? Okay, and then also I went through her socks because there was like a million little socks. Look at all these little socks. So really needed to go through those. There's a few burp cloths still left over from when she was baby. And this was all the socks that I found to donate for her. And there was 28 of them. And then here's all of the things that I'm donating. That little box and 3 garbage bags full of clothes. Well, almost full of clothes.
Okay, so my oldest daughter went through some of her stuff, and I'm going to just stuff that into the bag as well.
I was actually surprised that she found so many things because we did just go through her whole room. Decluttering comes in layers, and so she went through her first layer, and this was her second layer of the onion. Just peeling it back.
And then all these socks just need to go in the garbage because they're mismatched or they have holes in them, and so they need to go. And my youngest daughter also had these little burp cloths in her room. So there are 4 of those, 5 of them.
So we were able to get rid of 231 items this video, and that puts us at 1,044 items total so far. You guys, we have 2 more videos to get through. This is going to be awesome to see where we get to. My room is still a disaster. I just didn't really have time to clean it up. I tidied things up after I filmed this, but I just wanted to give you guys a look around to see where I was at.
Thank you guys so much for helping me to declutter these 2 bedrooms. My room's still a mess, but it's definitely better than it was. We got rid of the mountain that was over here, and then we got rid of like a bunch of clothes, which was awesome. So thank you guys so much. If you guys are joining in this decluttering challenge, then please leave your little challenge down below, how you're doing in your challenge. I would love to hear. Our next video is going to be cleaning the office, which is muchly needed, and miscellaneous stuff, tech, electronic stuff, which I think I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to run to Best Buy and we are going to recycle some of that e-trash stuff, you know, electronic trash things, because apparently they are supposed to be able to do that. But this is Black Friday week and I'm not going this week, so we will do that next week. We have 2 videos left in this series, so the office and miscellaneous tech stuff, and then the last video is going to be digital things, things like photos, emails, apps, all that kind of stuff. So it'll be a more of an electronic view of things, but it'll be great too, because you know what, that helps to lighten the load on your mind as well and increase your mental health. And it'll just help boost us, you know, get the number of things that we're supposed to be doing up there. Is there anything else I should tell you guys? And then even though my closet is like a hot mess still, we will get it looking better. Don't worry. We'll clean it. We'll do it like a deep clean in January. I'm gonna put it off till January because this is just, the decluttering challenge is like my December thing. I just wanted to really make sure we cleaned all this crap out of the house. If you guys have been around since January, first of all, thank you. That's amazing. Or if maybe you've gone back and watched some of my videos from January, I was doing a low buy year. I started the year doing a low buy year, and I was pretty solid for like a good 3 months. And it has changed me for sure. Like, it has changed my thoughts on buying things. Like, I have not bought anything for myself all year. That was one of my things that I was trying not to do. I bought a t-shirt for myself, but that was it. And it was like $7. 14, $7, something like that. Anyways, it was cheap. Back at the beginning of that low buy challenge, I was like, I feel overwhelmed with stuff. Like, this was one of my major goals this year, was to get rid of some of this junk that has just been hanging out in my house literally for years. And so this has been great. I am so happy, you guys, that I am getting all this stuff off. And I haven't even like gone through as much as I really wanted to. I just have ran out of time. But that will be, I think we'll have to do this decluttering challenge again, maybe like March. It'll be like a spring challenge. I think that would be a great time to do it again. So hello and welcome back to this challenge video, decluttering challenge video. And today we are decluttering school papers. Okay, we're gonna go through these and put them into their school boxes so that they have them for future, just the good stuff. We're going to go through a few things that came from my oldest son's room. We're going to go through a few of the gift bags and try and get rid of some more of those. We've got electronics down here that we're going to put in the car, and I'm going to take you with me as I take to declutter them and to take them to be recycled. And over here, we've got this heaping pile of tax stuff, receipts, those types of things. So we're going to go through those together, talk about them, shred things, and yeah, let's get to work.
So today's video is all about the office, doing tech stuff and electronic stuff, and we are starting here with school papers.
So I have little boxes for each child. My oldest son isn't in school anymore, so his box gets to stay there until there's something significant he wants to put in there. But for the rest of the kids, they're all in school and daycare, so daycare brings home stuff too, right? So what I do usually is I take, for the year that it is, I note like what grade they're in, what year it was, and then I put the important papers in there. I only keep the important papers, okay? And by important, I mean not math, not science, not really social, unless it's like something with their opinion on it or a story. Otherwise, it's just, you know, that's just regular stuff that someone could find out in the future. But their actual personal opinions, that's what I want to know. So I've got old folders here. I'm just using old folders, and to make it work, I'm using my special label maker. You guys, masking tape, Sharpie. You don't need something special to get your life organized, okay? You don't need fancy things. Stop wasting your money on fancy things if you don't have money to spend on fancy things. So we gotta buy groceries, you guys. So not looking forward to next year when things are gonna go up in price. Not excited. This school year is 2024 to 2025, and child's name, grade they are in, which my daughter is in grade 9. Ew, why? Why did I get so big so fast? Okay. That is for her. I'll just do the other two while we're here. Might as well multitask, right? Okay, so my oldest daughter's in grade 9. My youngest son is in grade 4 this year. We got big age gaps. That is just how it worked for us. 2024 to 2025. This is his. And we are grade, fit it in here. My writing is too messy, you know? You guys got that problem? Gross. Why do kids have to get big so fast? It's not fair. Okay, and then my youngest daughter is in daycare still. So, she for 1 more year. And then she starts kindergarten. Oh, you guys. Sweet. Okay, there's my label maker. Did its job. I think my daughter has some I need to put into folders because last year I just made her do it herself. Go through her papers herself because they are her papers. I'm just going to quickly go through some of her stuff and then make her like do the finishing touches and stuff because I don't want to get rid of something that she might think is important. You know, I try to be cognizant of their feelings and thoughts. Okay, let's go through her stuff. All right, see what we got. She's an amazing little artist too, and she's been taking art class, learning how to shade and stuff. I love it. So proud of her for that. Okay, so these are from this year. Folder thing, so I can keep track. Okay. A little colorful spotty thing. I like keeping art. So, I mean, her coat is going to be full because got tons of little art things. Probably should scan it and like save it for her that way. I think she technically needs this. But this one, yes. Learning how to sew. It can be hard to decide like what to keep and what not to keep, but at the end of the day, I just want to keep stuff that means something to them. My parents kept my school stuff for me, so I think it's only fair that I keep stuff for my kids. And I'm limiting it to these boxes. Like, if it doesn't fit in the box, then that's it. That's all I'm keeping. This is a math one. Sweet. Recycling. Math. Okay? Nobody likes math anyway. Keeping that. But this math stuff, nope, don't need. Math, science, all that good stuff. So long, farewell. Look, a broken one. Here's the rest of it. This is literally just a broken book. That's not really anything. Okay, recycling that. Biology review. Recycling that. Science course stuff. Okay, so these ones are grade 8. Perfect. They go in here. Alright. Poetry bracket. So this could be cool. This is just kind of like her opinion on some poems. Like, not her opinion, but like her analyzing poems. So I think we can probably get rid of it because it's not like her actual poetry. Math. Goodbye, math. More math. So long, farewell. I'll keep this under now. This is all math. Broken notebook, but for math. So it can go. Okay, here's the cool one. You know, it's not math, it's actually science, but it is her drawing an eyeball. That's kind of cool. I'll keep that. Gosh. Well, somebody made it and it's freaking adorable. Look at that. A little bunny. And they like scratched it in there. Oh, cute. Hang on to that. An old ruler. That can go somewhere else. Got some band book. Music things, which I think she wanted to keep. So that's fun. I have my band stuff too. I get it. Oh, oops. The other half of the book. Okay. It was well used. She was in like 3 bands last year. It was like my mama heart part. I was so proud. Yeah. This is like some of her art stuff. Keeping all of this. This I think was from last year. So. Oh, yes, like look at the little bunny. So cute. Adorable. Okay, what's this? A story thing. Story. This is math. Goodbye, math. That's it, dear. This is an empty notebook. Yes, okay. So that's stuff. I go with like school supply stuff. This is a cool poem thing. I don't know when she did it, so August 2021 music book. And this is like when she was little. I don't know why this is in here, but she's got like a little poem about dad. My daddy's hair color is 2. My daddy is really, really tall. My daddy's favorite food is all gone. It's really cute. Favorite sport is baseball. My daddy is 9. My daddy's favorite game is yellow. I love to color with my daddy. My daddy drives truck. My daddy works far, far away. I love my daddy. He doesn't actually work far, far away. That's funny. But this must have been when she was in daycare or something. Hilarious. Okay, that is all of her stuff. Moving on. Okay, we're on to my son's box. He is in grade 4 now, so this is both grade 3 and grade 4 stuff because I haven't gone through it yet since last year. Even though we did go through some stuff when I did my office clean. It's just been a little while. So I think this box is from this year. This was Remembrance Day. I think it's the stuff this year. Okay, let's see. A writing assignment thing, and it's got like a cute little step-by-step thing that he wrote, so I'm gonna keep that. Got some photos. I think I can probably let this one go. Keep that one. This guy is just garbage. He's recycling. A little swimming thing. Passed his swimmer's level 2 this summer. I think it's important to teach kids how to swim. You know, it's like a life skill. Empty notebook. Our little cards, but we're keeping those. They're from when he was sick last year. This one is just a little times table thing, and so we don't need to keep that. When he was sick. Definitely keeping that one. Okay, so there's a few things here. These are from both this year and last year. Okay. I didn't divide those very good. Okay, we'll just keep going. It's fine. This guy I need to recycle it, but I want to take a picture of it first. Big poster thing about like how to adopt an animal. So that one needs to take care of. He made a little racetrack thing. It's a little race car made on a rock. It's for school. I think they were doing magnet stuff. This cute little story thing. Oh yes. Okay, keeping this. Hold on. I'm just gonna tape his rock to this racetrack paper so it doesn't fall off. There we go. Okay. That's thing. Keep that. It's a creature. Pencil crayons. Oh, this is like a journal thing. Definitely keeping this. You know, like when you have to keep like a school journal, what you did on the weekend. So that's fun. Okay, this is really cute. He got this cute little, what's it called? An award. And it says that he got the zucchini award because zucchini is a vegetable and vegetables get eaten by tightrope walkers all the time, and tightrope walkers are confident. So yes, you get the zucchini award because of your self-confidence, of course. That's cute. That was from his teacher last year. The wild robot escapes. This is just vocabulary things. And a little thing saying he finished grade 3. Okay, perfect. That's all of his stuff. So whittle that down a little bit and put that in his box. Last box for the school boxes. These I mostly will keep because they're her little art things. Her little drawings of people just crack me out, guys. They just have no legs, but they're freaking adorable. So I don't think that's hers. I'm not gonna keep it. If they're like just scribbles, like I think somebody else drew her with those, but if they're just scribbles and her practicing writing, I don't keep all of those, just some of them. And like this, where it's just she's just colored on something, I'm not gonna keep it either. But something like this, cute little Poppy. It's got a card here from her grandparents. I think that's important to keep because her grandparents, you know, like she's only 4. So when she's older, she might not really get a chance to know her grandparents very well, just depending on how well grandparents do. Hopefully, fingers crossed, parents last forever. I don't ever want my parents to die. That's a horrible thought. Ew, I don't even want to think about it.
this one was just laces. Gonna let go of that. This one's got her handprints on it, so I'll probably keep that for that reason. Let go of that one. This one's cute too, and she's loved it for a long time, but it's starting to fall apart. I actually might put tape over this one to save it. It's got her little hands in the world. It's cute. A little rainbow. A snake. There we go. Okay, that's all of her things. That was easy. I'm just gonna plunk them into here. Sometimes, you know, like she makes something, like she made this last year and I kept it. I think I'm gonna let it go now because it's just taking up space in her little box, and I know that as she gets older she's gonna want to put more stuff in here, and this is just, it's not necessarily like she cut it out even. I think her teacher did for her, so we'll let that one go. But some of it, like this poor little tree, has been taped up a million times, but she liked the little feathers. Keeping that. Oh, a sweet little card from her day care worker, day home mama. That's what I'm gonna call her, because she's like the sweetest care lady. I love her so much. Okay, I made a fold. What did I do with it? Oh, it's under the papers. Yeah, it's that kind of day. All right. There we go. The lid for that. Okay, glad I went through the school papers. So that is done now. I'm going to go through receipts and stuff. Actually, I'm going to go through the pile of stuff that my older son brought down. It's on that chair. And then I'll go through the receipts after that. So let's just cut to that. See, okay, I got rid of a few of the things. So there was 2 books, a ball, cards, 2 things of like rope, string, a rock, the calculator, and a tie. Okay, so 9 pencils, 9 of those things. That's 18. Sweet. I did want to go through gift bags and stuff. This box is recycling. I'm not counting this towards the total. This is just where I'm going to put the paper recycling. I forgot to count it. Let's do that.
Okay, so I keep all of our gift bags for like birthdays and Christmas and stuff because we reuse them. I never buy gift bags, and I have gone through these before and like gotten rid of a bunch of them and sent them to like the donation center and given them away, and it's just yeah, sometimes they just need to be gone through. But like this year we have Christmas, there is 6 of us, so we do end up using quite a few bags and tissue paper, and I just reuse them every year. Guys, I'm a simple person. I use what's in front of me. I don't usually buy things new. So, and you know, I just save a few dollars that way. I keep wrapping paper inside this white tote and then the gift bags on top. And I do have another blue tote below that white one that is full of gift bags as well. So if I need more birthday ones and stuff, or like baby ones, then I've got a few more in there, and I've tried to limit it so that I only have like a few baby ones, because really we're not going to very many baby showers and those kind of things. But this is also an area that can be a collector of junk and stuff, and so it needs to be gone through on a regular basis. So right now, before Christmas, it's a great time to go through it. I also have this little pink tote that has like our bows and ribbons in it, and crepe paper, you know, those hanging things. No, this purple one was out of control. I don't know. One of the kids must have started pulling it on the wrong side, and yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to cut it off. I just got it down to like a reasonable amount, and then I snipped it off and wrapped up the rest. But Yeah, so I don't decorate tons for birthdays. You'll see in a recent short that I did that I have some of the crepe paper hanging, some balloons, and that's really it for birthdays. Yeah, I don't know. I like to make them feel special, but I don't think the decorations are necessarily what needs to happen. So to make that happen. Anyways, this is all the stuff that I am getting rid of. So I'm going to trash this stuff and recycle a little bit of it, like that cardboard tube and some of the paper. But so in total, I got rid of 20 items that was here in this gift bag area. Even though I've hit my 1,000 items that I've got getting rid of, I'm still counting. I'm still trying to see how high I can get it, because maybe I'll challenge myself to do better next time. I once had somebody request to do like these kind of paper things and to talk about each item and everything, but then I was like, I'd like to do it closer, but I also want to keep things confidential because, there's my life at stake. Not that I'm super fancy or I have tons of money or anything, but so I just thought I'd put you up here on this shelf and just kind of speed through going through these things. This little brown box is where I keep my everyday receipts. I have a few folders here, one for bills, one for like tax information, one for insurance, and one for just general receipt things that I keep for like that next year kind of thing until we do taxes. And then I can kind of get rid of all those little receipts. And actually, I think I did get rid of quite a few receipts as I was going through this, like things for groceries or the dollar store, I didn't really need to keep all those little things because we'd already purchased them. I wasn't planning on returning them, so I can get rid of that stuff. So you're supposed to keep paper documents for a certain amount of time, right? And so I keep for 1 year monthly bank statements, monthly credit card statements, pay stubs, expired insurance records, medical bills, mortgage statements, deposit and withdrawal slips, utility bills, and then receipts, the things that are non-tax deductible items. And then I keep for 7 years receipts for tax deductible items, bank statements, brokerage statements, charitable donation receipts, home sale, purchase, improvement documents, property appraisals, traffic violation and accident records, and tuition payments. Some people keep them only for 3 years, but I keep them for 7 because I like to be cautious. And then keep permanently our tax returns, major financial event records, warranty document receipts, academic records, birth certificates, death certificates, driver's license numbers, employment numbers, marriage certificates, medical records, passports, pet records, retirement pension records, social insurance cards, wills, and vehicle records. Okay, that's a whole big mouthful. I'm sorry. I just word vomited on you, but that is how I keep my records, and some people do slightly different, but that is what I do. And I'll just pop up on the screen so you guys can see, if I haven't already, what I have and what I keep. So just quickly speeding through this stuff, and then we're almost done the paper document stuff. I do stumble upon some sentimental things, and I'll share that with you.
These papers are a record of when I gave my son Tylenol or ibuprofen because he was in so much pain that he had to be on constant pain medication. And for a few weeks, I was tracking it so that I didn't make him overdose. I'm having a moment. And I don't need to keep these, but in some way they remind me of that struggle and that we made it through, Anyways, I'm gonna recycle them. I don't need to keep to remember the pain. I have him, so.
I just want to preface this that he made a full recovery. He had cellulitis infection, and it was just like bad fever, feeling awful. And I just wanted to keep that in there because sometimes we run across things that we make as
have feelings and stuff, and it's okay to keep those things if that's what you need to do.
No, I wasn't expecting it to give me that many feels, even though it's a piece of paper, but it reminds you of the past, and it still kind of hurts. So, okay, we have a good amount of paper here. Let's count and see how many we have.
My heart goes out to anyone who has a loved one in the hospital. We only had to spend a few weeks there, off and on, and so that was enough. So my heart goes out to you guys. Who's ever has a loved one in a hospital, it's not fun. So. I had 118 papers that I was able to recycle here from all those receipts and things.
Now I just have a few items that I need to manually shred, so let's just do that together. Yeah, because I don't have a shredder, not that fancy, so we're just gonna cut them off. You can't see what I'm doing now, so I'll just... I don't know, most of it's just stuff that I just think should be shredded. It probably doesn't really have to be. It's not super confidential stuff, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. That's messy. Okay. A couple old credit card things, which I don't really think that they matter too much. It's my credit card that got stolen, so that's nice. Definitely doesn't matter now. And I get a new driver's license because I turned 40, so destroy it apparently. I'm not supposed to have it anymore. So this I don't think really matters so much. Okay, there we go. You guys couldn't really see any of that, could you? It's okay. You get the idea. You don't need a fancy shredder if you need to shred things. Just grab some scissors. Get it done. I am going to take you on a little vlog style let's go donate together with our electronic and tech stuff. So I'm holding myself to that because I need to get it done. It's been waiting for a couple weeks now, so let's do it.
Okay, friends, we're in the car. We are in town already, but we are headed to the donation center. Sorry, not the donation center. We're headed to Best Buy to deliver some electronic stuff and to see if they'll recycle it. So that's where I'm headed right now. Let's go. You guys, I just realized I'm going the wrong way. This is Visions Electronics, not Best Buy. All right, I have to turn around. Okay, that's better. Now I'm at the right place. Okay, I feel so silly for going to the wrong place at first, but here I am. All right, I don't need that. Okay, got all that. So I'm gonna go in and recycle this stuff. Yeah, I don't know why it feels a little bit embarrassing sometimes. It's just out of place, right? You're not going in to buy something, you're going in to recycle something, so it feels like, oh, I shouldn't be here, kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just kind of the feeling that I'm feeling right at this moment. So anyways, I'm gonna go in there. Also, there's a part of me that's like, what if they don't take it? I mean, worst comes to worst, I just bring it back to my car, but you just feel awkward. Anyways, doing this. Oh my gosh, it's heavier than I thought it was.
doing a return or what?
I just have like recycling.
Oh, you can take that. No worries. Do you
Thank
need the bag back?
No, you can have it
Okay.
all. It's just Christmas lights and things like that. Thank you. I got my recycling done. Gosh, that bag was so heavy. Okay, so it was easy, you guys. Although I had to wait forever because there was a person in front of me trying to return a phone or something like that she dropped. And anyways, but yeah, it was so easy. The guy came over. What's that for? I said just recycling, and he just took it. That was it. So if you need to get rid of some things, Best Buy might be your best choice for electronics. And now back to previous me to end this video.
Good job, friends. We made it through. Okay, we did our school papers, which I should have done at the end because I did end up grabbing a few more things, but at least the old stuff is in the totes. We did recycling paper stuff. Look, it looks so much better over here. I'm really close to the camera, sorry. What else did we do? We did the donations that my son had, as well as gift bag stuff. So, got a little bag of garbage now. And over here, gift bags are looking so much better. Woo, really close to the light. Okay. I forgot to mention this. When I was going through the art, I did have this one sitting in the corner, and it is a canvas, but it is torn in more than one spot, and it's just kind of scribbly stuff. It's not super fancy, or I wouldn't say it's super special, so I'm not going to keep it. I thought about keeping it, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to let this one go as well.
So I had 212 total things this time around, which puts us at 1,256 items total so far in this decluttering challenge, and we still have one video left.
Welcome, friends. This is video number 6 of the decluttering challenge. I am trying to declutter 1,001 things for my home in the month of December, and I did it. So now we're just going to see how far do I get by the end of this video. And this is video number 6. We are doing a digital declutter. I'm mostly going to be decluttering things that are on my phone, and so that includes things like emails, apps that I use on my phone, photos, like digital photos that I haven't printed, and the last one is like digital documents that are on like an online storage drive or those sorts of things. The like folder that's on the iPhone, that, you know, there's like a folder that you can save things through when you download things. I'm going to go through that and try and just get rid of things. I'm just going to spend 10 to 15 minutes in each area. Probably not the apps. The apps probably won't take that long, but the other areas will be about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm bringing you with me. I'm not going to show you guys everything just because of confidentiality things. You know, I don't want you to see certain things, but I hope that it inspires you to do a little decluttering of your own, whether it's in your physical space or your digital space. There is a free workbook you guys can download. It's in the description down below, and in it is just a PDF, and it just has some ideas of all these different areas that I've already decluttered this month. And so if you are looking for something to declutter, maybe that could help. So you open up your email and just kind of go through it. Try to find things that are junk. Try to find spam stuff, you know. Then I want you to try to find at least 3 things to unsubscribe to. I feel like we subscribe to a million emails. It's like all the department stores and some of our influencers that we follow, or big brands and things, and we don't always need all those things. Sometimes we just follow them so we can get a coupon, and then we forget about it. But a few of them email like every day, if not multiple times a day, and that really adds up. Stop the inflow. And then the last thing for email is look at like old folders, if you have folders, or old categories. And if you don't have old categories, you can even just archive everything that's older than, say, a year ago, and that way it would just kind of like get those files out of your main email inbox, and they're kind of out of the way, but you haven't gotten rid of them. And then maybe in the future you could delete them if you find that you don't need them. But hopefully a way you could kind of maintain this is by getting the important stuff out of your emails, so that no matter what, you always can delete your email or change your email address if needed. It is still a hassle. I need to do mine because I've got like tons of spam coming in, so I do need like a new email address. I just
the hassle of changing it over for everything is just driving me nuts. But I need to start, because if I just started, that would just help to kind of clean things up a bit more, and then I wouldn't have as much spammy junk coming in. And yeah, once the important things like the kids' schools and my bank and all that kind of stuff, once those important things have my new email address, I don't really need my old email address like at all. Just let it go, dissolve it, bye bye. Anyways, that is something for the new year. I'm not doing that today. I'm just looking for people to unsubscribe from. I am looking for the junk. I'm looking for the spam. And I'm looking at things that are old that maybe I was collecting for whatever reason. And now I don't need that. Let's just drop it, Jerry. My next category was email. No, email was the first category. My next category is apps that I use on my phone. I was hoping to find 5 apps that I could get rid of or delete, or even just offload off of my camera, my phone, not my camera. I'm staring at my camera. It's throwing me off. Just wanted to get rid of a few of them, and I wasn't really sure which ones to get rid of, but I finally decided actually what I needed to do was get rid of the ones that are old, that I don't use anymore. So I did find a few. I had a photo app that I could get rid of. So here's one. It's called Tiny Beans. I am just going to delete the whole app. I've been holding off on that one because it had some photo things in it, but I am just going to let that go. I don't need it all. The next one that I can get rid of is, I never click on this one. It's just a bookmark on my home screen, so I'm going to get rid of it. Those ones I feel like are important. I should keep those. App library, what do we got? I use those ones. I paid for this one and then I never used it, but maybe I would. That's probably a sign I need to let it go. Okay, delete that. Deleting that app. Okay, moving on. Kind of need those things. I've got 2 of these. Well, let's just delete one. I never use this. I can download it again if I need to, so letting that go. I need to delete this app because it is taking up so much of my time. That's another one you could delete, is ones that are taking up your time. Goodbye. It was fun, but it also had lots of ads that were like super long. That's so annoying to me. Get on there. Delete. And this one, all done with it. And I'm letting it go. Letting it go. I don't need it. Duo Kids, I never use on my phone, so we're going to delete that. Let's see, Evernote. This is just a screen bookmark thing. We're going to delete that. We don't need that one. And this one. How many is that so far? I don't even know. Okay, let's just quickly go through. Okay, this one I never used. Delete this. I don't use this because I like never read a book, so Goodreads, deleting Goodreads. That we need. This, I'm going to delete this. So, just remain in health unless you choose to delete it. Okay, fine. Heart and Bones, we're going to delete that. Hill Climb, we're deleting that off the phone. My kids play with it, but I don't. What else do we have? Jenny Rollins Yoga. I could probably delete that. I never use these bookmarks. That's just it. The problem is I overbought on courses and then I just can't keep up with them all. I'm gonna delete this one. I bought something there too, but I have no idea what, and I'm just gonna let it go. Soak up, delete that. Okay, that is definitely more than 5, so we're doing pretty good here. I'm not even done yet, so let's keep going down. I'm gonna delete Noom. What else do we have? My battery's running low. It's okay. We're still going. We're gonna make it. Down to the bottom here. I don't use this. It's for my other son.
I play Roblox with my son sometimes, so I'm keeping that. Almost done, almost done. Let's get rid of the Spanish one. We don't use it. Don't need spinning babies anymore, so I'm not having a baby. What else can we get rid of? Positive Birth Company, which was great, but don't need it. Okay, we're getting there, we're gonna get there. We're almost done. Don't die on my phone or camera. Okay, good enough. So we found quite a few. I didn't even keep track, but I did record it on my phone, so I'll be able to know what it was. Okay, there is the apps.
Okay, friends, so now we've come to the digital photo portion, and you and I both probably have many photos on our phones that are just overflowing. Like mine is close to 12 to 13,000 photos. This is like both the blessing and the curse of having a lot of storage space on your phone, is that all of a sudden now you have a lot of things to manage. So anyways, when we do photos, here's what I want you to remember. Start with photos from this month, and then you're going to work your way back. Every day or maybe every week, just work on a month at a time, and eventually you'll get there. Trust me. And as you look at the photos from that 1 month, you're going to first try to look at the screenshots or photos that you took just for reference. Things like a schedule for a kids camp that's already, done and passed. You don't need that now, so we can let that go. If there are duplicates, like you were standing by a wall and took like 10 pictures. Okay, just determine which one you like the best, or maybe 2. You can let go of the rest. The rest were just practice, okay? In this day and age, we have digital photos, and we're sitting there taking 200 photos of the same people at the same event, and no one needs that many. We're not going to use them for anything. So decide which ones you would maybe hang on your walls or put into an actual album. And those are your keepers. The rest are just practice shots. You can totally let them go, okay? And this is where having a backup would be like a nice kind of thing, right? Like you could keep a few more because maybe your backup has more storage on it, but also just really consider, are you ever going to use them? Because chances are you won't. You might also want to consider getting rid of photos that are too light or too dark or very blurry, or if they're unflattering. Nobody wants an unflattering picture of themselves. So, some of them you're going to keep because they actually tell your story, which we're going to talk about in a minute. If there is an unknown person or thing, if you took the photo and you can't remember who that person is or what that thing is, you're probably never going to display them, and they can't be that meaningful if you've forgotten about them, so it's probably okay to let it go. And then photos that don't make you happy. Okay, hear me out. Maybe there's an ex, friend, or relationship. Maybe it only brings you a deep sadness. You have permission to let that go, or at least most of them. The only exception is for photos that you might keep that are like maybe not your most beautiful, or maybe they're not your most happiest, but they tell your life story. Okay, those are important. They're important to you. Keep those. But you don't need like a million of the sad ones or blurry ones, keep the ones that tell your story, let go of the rest. And then I was touching on it before, but back up your photos regularly, once a month or after an important event, what I would say is kind of like minimum. Just really depends on how many photos you take. And this can also help free up your phone because then you have a copy somewhere else. So now you have even more permission to let go of the ones on your phone. If you do take a lot of screenshots or photos of books or papers for reference, first of all, I recommend doing like a scan documents kind of photo, You can do this in the Notes app on your phone. There's also like Evernote or Dropbox, Google Keep. Those all do that kind of same thing. And what happens is it scans it as a PDF instead of a photo, and then it takes way less storage space on your phone. So there's a cool hack for you. You may also want to keep a special album on your phone and name it To Be Printed. And then you can schedule a time to actually get them printed, whether that's once a month or even just once a year. Even if you only spend 2 minutes a day working on this, it will get done, okay? Just work on that 1 month at a time, work backwards, you'll get there, I promise you. Purging your photo album could be a little intimidating. Like I said, I'm staring at the total number of photos on my phone, which is sitting between 12,000 and 13,000. And I'm thinking there is no way I can make a dent here. But you got to trust the process, and you have to actually put in the work. And just look for those little fringe hours, fringe moments, you know, if it's even if it's like a bathroom break, or before you go to bed for a few minutes, or when you first wake up, you know, there's lots of little fringe moments where we're just kind of scrolling, doom scrolling. Replace that with going through your photo album and making it more manageable, and you will thank yourself later.
You have got an online drive. I am sure most of you have that. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Some of you might not actually have that. But whether or not you have an online drive or real files or folders, then that is what we're going through for the last part of this video. So I've got my Google Chromebook here that I'm using to access my drive. I'm just going to go to my homepage, and I'm just going to have a look here and see what I have. So going to my drive, I think I'm going to sort it by type and look at the documents first, like the actual written docs, like Google Docs. Then I'm going to sort by the date that it was last modified by me, maybe last opened by me. Then we are just going to kind of go through and see what I can find to delete. Then I think I can click on the three dots. I can move it to my trash. Perfect. I think I maybe can find 50 documents. Sounds like a lot, but I've got like PDFs and stuff too. So far 2. Delete that one. That makes 3. I can delete this one. Actually, I can delete all of this stuff. So I have some stuff in here from like work stuff that I just do not need anymore. In 2020, I had like downloaded a few work things as like example stuff onto my drive so that I had something to kind of go off of, but I don't think I need it anymore. So I'm going to go to this folder, this whole folder, and click down. I can select multiples. This will be a lot. This will actually help free up a lot of space on my computer, on my thing. If you selected something that you didn't mean to select, you can hold Control and then click and it will unselect that thing. Oh my gosh, that gives me 56 already. And those are folders that actually have things in them. So that's cool. Starting with 56 things down the drain. Not down the drain, but the digital drain. And these are all, again, work files that I have at work. So I actually don't need them here. Deleting. Goodbye. And I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I didn't want to do a screen recording because some of it is confidential. So can't really do that. So just have to look at me for a little bit. Okay, here's an untitled document. I bet there is just nothing in this. Let's have a peek. I thought I could like look at it without opening it. I'm not seeing it though. So, okay, we'll just open it. Oh, there's a preview. Control-Alt-P is preview. Okay, cool. This might be harder than I thought. Almost to the bottom. This is, I actually have multiple Google Drives, you guys. So I'm just doing one today, but one is better than none. So at least I'm doing that. I'm not sure if I can delete that. Let's just hang on to that for now. I don't know if I need these. Do I need these? Scroll up. Oh, is that the bottom? Yay, I made it to the bottom. Oh, that was actually really quickly. Good. You guys probably do not want to watch me do this forever. So just know, you know, look for those old files for the things that you don't need anymore. I definitely don't need this. That is all gone and done. Oh, that I actually do need. Hang on to that. That is a picture of me. I think that's pretty good, you guys. I hit my 50 like I was hoping for. Okay, so I was able to get rid of 65 things from my Google Drive. I'm down to 9.38 gigabytes out of the 15. So I was able to get rid of a whole gigabyte of space. So that helps for the new year. I hope this has inspired you to go through your emails and photos and apps and see what you can get rid of. Here's my grand totals. I counted them out. I had 345 emails that I got rid of. I have
3 or 4 email addresses. So it wasn't just one email address that it was coming from. But the one has a ridiculous amount of junk that comes into it like every day. So it wasn't surprising. For apps and bookmarks that I save on my phone screen, my phone like home screen stuff, there was 27 of those. For photos, I found 248 to get rid of and 98 videos. And then for documents that were on like my Google Drive, I found 65. So the total just with today was 783. That's a lot. I'll put my grand total here on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head and I don't have it in front of me, but let's celebrate. Woo! Okay, we are not going into 2025 with all of that stuff, and I feel so much lighter, you know, I think, and I've been having good discussions in the comment section. Thank you so much for leaving comments, and for friends who've talked to me in person. It has helped me to see that like decluttering is a muscle. It's absolutely a muscle. You have to work at it. You have to practice it every day, and it's a daily habit that you have to do. Definitely daily for like digital stuff. Like this stuff we should be going through like 2 minutes a day while you are just on a commute or on going to the bathroom. You know, we all sit there with our phones anyway, so might as well be doing something. My friend and I were actually talking about that, about how many screenshots she had. She's like, most of them are just garbage. Like, I don't need them. And so, you know, I was like, well, you should totally just, while you're in the bathroom, try and find 5 things to delete off of your phone. And it's a really good idea. So I need to put that into practice. It needs to become a little bit of a habit. It just would help to clean things up on a more regular basis, so it's not all weighing on you and all of a sudden you're out of storage and then you have to pay for more storage, or your home is just a mess and there's things falling on you and you're drowning in clutter. It just wouldn't be very much fun. I'm in a little bit of a goofy mood. I apologize, but I'm just excited. I'm excited that, for one, this decluttering challenge is over, and I'm sad about that, but I'm also excited that I made it through. I was able to do it all. I'm very excited about the number of things I was able to get rid of. Like, it's like mind-blowing. In the beginning, I was like, there is no way I'm reaching 1,000. Like, that sounds just like too ridiculous. It's one of those things in hindsight, if I could look back and be like, oh man, Jerry, you could totally do it. You could double that number. You could maybe even possibly triple that number. I could have really, if I would have gone through things a little bit more seriously, but this was my first go through, and it's always like peeling an onion. You know, that outer layer is the garbage, the trash, the easy to get rid of stuff. Then the next layer is a little bit more serious, and you keep going on and on until you get to the things that actually matter in your life. And those are the ones that you keep. I want you guys to know I'm not a minimalist. I don't think minimalism is practical. And so I'm not encouraging that you get rid of like everything, but I do think that we need to prioritize the things that are in our life and the things that actually help us. And that the other things are just things. One of the other things that my friend and I were talking about was how sometimes we hang on to an item because we think that it has sentimental value to us, but it really doesn't. And we really need to ask ourselves, why am I hanging on to this? I just think that we need to just really, really think about it, really ponder it, and to take it seriously. And just do what feels easy at first. And sometimes you'll come across something and you'll know, like, this really doesn't have very much sentimental value. You might not feel ready to declutter it yet, and that's okay. That's totally okay. But the more you address that thing, whatever it was, then the more you feel prepared. Like, I think your mind works in the back of your mind. I think your mind works in the back of your mind. I need to go to bed. Okay, it's not even that late. It's like 5:30. But okay, I need to get through this because I gotta go. But what I'm trying to say is, I think when you're decluttering, sometimes you're faced with these things, these decisions, and it's a lot of decisions that you have to make when you're decluttering. And it's hard to make those decisions right up front. And sometimes we need to just pause and step away from it and then come back to it again. And when you come back to it again, your mind will have been working in the background of like, do I need this? Do I really need this? And then when you come back to it again, you'll be a little bit more prepared to face it and to make that decision. And again, if it's not easy, then just pass it by, go on to the next thing, you know? And it might take longer to do it this way, but I think that it helps you process things in a more healthy way. And I think that's okay to take your time sometimes. There will be times in your life where you kind of have to rush through decisions for decluttering and for getting rid of stuff. And it's not as pleasant as being able to take your time. And you don't always have the luxury to take your time. But if you do, then sometimes that is the right way to go, because it creates a more permanent decision in your mind. You feel more at ease with it, I think. And so I think it's okay if you, whatever your decluttering challenge was this month, if you didn't reach that goal number, first of all, the month's not over, but if you are done with your challenge, then just know that it's okay. Anything you did is still better than doing nothing. And so just keep going and just keep trying and you will get there. This is the last video in this decluttering challenge series. I really encourage you guys to check out the playlist, my decluttering playlist that I have. It has all of these videos in there. There's 7 of them total, because the first one was kind of like a guideline and how I was gonna work out the rest of the month, what areas I was gonna work on and stuff like that. So there's 7 videos total to help inspire you to declutter things, as well as other decluttering videos that I have. And so check those out. And I wish you the best of luck in your decluttering journey. We will do this challenge again for sure in the spring. I wonder if I can do 2,000 things. I just did 2,000 things, but I wonder if I could do it again. You know what I mean? Because I did that easy layer. The easy layer is always like the biggest numbers, I think. But I wonder. Or maybe I'll do like a timed one, a time challenge. That might work too. Okay. Anyways, I gotta go, so you guys. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want more of this beautiful action here and this encouragement, then please subscribe, join my family here on YouTube, my friends and family, and we will have a good time. I'll talk to you guys later.